at first I thought it was a little quirky to use, and I started figuring it out. Using this in conjunction with some of his abilities by themselves, they're okay. But once you start learning to stack these abilities, he can get kills real quick if they're not careful, if people are not paying attention, or if you can pin a mob in place, you can do some incredible damage. Like you can do the incendiary ammo, which you get him automatically. You do the next 3 shots do additional burning damage, and so of course your spray flame does a really nice cone wall effect. Of course, it seems to be conditional. The closer I get, the more damage I do. Although if I'm too close, it'll drop off. So you want to kind of get him in a sweet spot, like right where this rock is. Right here is where you kind of want to have him in a sweet spot. As you can see, it goes pretty far, but you want him in that little area right in front of you. Then you have a little flame blast where you fire a little ball of napalm, and it hits multiple targets and damages them. Then you have your air blast, which actually knocks them back. I use this quite a bit, so I was actually putting down this napalm line, which is just your wall of fire, which does burning damage. And then I was using backdraft to actually pull them towards me to do damage, and then push them back with the air blast, which is really nice. And then finish them off with these 2. Oh, here comes some people. And then you can, of course, set up different gadgets. I'll show the others here in a minute. Hopefully I can get this done before it gets too late. We'll move over here to the other side. You can see some of this stuff. Alright, so we'll lay down this flame wall here. So I could, let this all cool down, but I can push them away. As you can see, the fire damage is really nice. And it is AoEs too. I'll change this back to potion. So, is this up yet? Alright, so let's see if I can pull this guy towards me. I can pull him in, as you can see, and then pop him back out. A lot of control. Really nice. And that is the flamethrower. Alright, so I'll go back to my rifle. And we will go to the next set. The first pin I actually picked. Of course, you've seen the let's go to the turrets. The turrets are pretty easy. You've seen the turrets. You put them down. They shoot stuff within range and do damage. You can actually, like this one has an overcharge. You pop it, and it'll really start shooting, doing, as you can see. That's really nice, especially when combined with the healing turret. You can really get and turtle an area really nice, especially with your rifle. Now, the next one was the flamethrower. We'll deploy it. I'll have to pull somebody in here real quick. I'll see if I can shoot you. Come here. And the flamethrower is pretty nice. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. And you can overcharge it. Well, actually, the only thing, smoke screen, where it blinds everybody and they can't see. So if you're in the area, they can't see to hit you. Very nice. It's limited in use, though. Most players learn to avoid it, so I usually stay with the actual rifle turret. Although it's very nice in tight corridors, if you're doing PvE content, that's what I've learned to use it with. The next one that I picked was the grenade kit. As you go through your skill sets, you will see these different. Each of these kits have abilities. Some are single use, but most of them have. When I select the kit, it changes my weapon. Oh, and I now have a selection of grenades. So this grenade, I have a regular grenade that explodes. I got a shrapnel grenade that does bleeding damage. I get a flash grenade that blinds, a freeze grenade that actually slows and chills and does damage, and then a poison grenade. In addition, I can throw a whole barrage of this stuff. So the flamethrowers, you can see they got some pretty nice health. So I'll go ahead and hit him with the freeze grenade, and then a poison grenade, and then a blind grenade, and then a shrapnel, and then a regular hit, and now I'll throw a whole bunch of them. And it's already reset, so you can literally be a grenadier and just really wreck. Especially if you're up on a keep wall, you can throw these things down. It's really a lot of fun. The next one that I picked showed you the landmines. With the bombs. I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. This one's a little bit tricky to use because they drop where you're standing. So you have your regular bomb, you have your fire bomb, which of course does fire damage. You've got your concussion bomb that just dazes everybody. It's only 2 seconds though. Smoke bomb, of course, does the blindness, and then the glue bomb, of course, is like your glue shot on your gun. Now the problem is that it lays it where you put it. So I have to get in close to use these. These are only really good. It puts it where you're standing. And you'll see the little rings, the little bomb there before it goes off. That was the concussion bomb. And there's the fire bomb. So I found them only really to be useful inside large or inside, corridors and that kind of stuff. They're outside, people will tend to avoid those with the bombs. But you have this big one, the big hole bomb, which is a really nice finisher. I'll use it real quick. You'll watch this thing go off. It knocks him back. And it's easy for PvE, but when it comes to PvP, people know how to avoid those things. They're not dumb. So that was the bombs, and I believe the last one I have was the shrapnel mine. The ones I was able to pick. And this one's supposed to scatter shrapnel mines that bleed and cripple the enemy, but I only see it drop one. So what I'll do is I'll just put it down in front of this guy. And he is crippled. Okay, so I can actually place it where I want to. I didn't get a chance to use it. And that, my friends, is the best look I got of the engineer so far. There are a ton of other skills that I was unable to unlock. It requires skill points, and I'm going to do more of my on the next beta event. These characters will probably be gone, I'm not sure, but I want to do more looking for skill events. This guy needs skill points. Let's see, I got one to spend here. Here's some. I can buy an elixir. As you can see, these elixirs allow you to different things you can consume or drop. But he's got, of course, rocket boots, personal battering ram, which I just think was hilarious. I don't know why you would use that, but launch a target foe with a concealed ram head. Here's a transform elixir, which shrinks you, recovering from stun and evade attacks. Thumper turret, which is AoE damage. And then a net turret, which I was looking at wanting to get because it fires nets in an area, which is really nice if you're trying to hold someone down. A lot of people, will hit and run tactics when you're doing world v world. So this is nice to stop them. Of course, the battle roar, I believe, is a char ability. And of course, I can't see the others. But they look really, really cool. And then, of course, your elite skills down here. But that is a look at the engineer. I might play the Ashura. I'm not sure if I'm going to play a Char or the Ashura. I like both mindsets. Let's see. Toss elixir. What does that do? I don't know. Oh, that's the wow. Hide in shadows gave me stealth. That was incredible. Okay. I didn't know it was going to give me that. It doesn't tell me that on the tooltip. Oh, wow. Okay. So I drink that, and that gives me quickness. So my skills regenerate twice as fast. Well, that was very, very cool. Problem is, some of this stuff is a little bit random, and it's hard to control, but I see a lot of good stacking stuff. Like if you know how to use like maybe that net gun and your mines. Those mines are very, very powerful. As you saw the damage they can do if you're really, really good with that. The grenades, very, very nice if you're getting the support. You can toss in some AoE frost grenades and some shrapnel grenades and really, really, push back a larger force. But I was using the mines and what was the other one I was using? I think it was a turret, because the mobs would go to fight the turret, and I drop the mines on them and they just blow them up. And it was very, very fast. I could kill veteran mobs quite easily before every other character I had a lot of problems with. So this guy, you have to manually put down your attacks. It requires a little bit of skill, and you know, I'd have to play with the build a little bit. I'm not sure what I'll do with him, but I really like him. I think I actually might play an engineer for release. And we'll see how he goes. I'm sure I heard people complaining about him, saying he's not really that good. Well, I just think they just misunderstood. It's a really complex class, and I really enjoyed getting him leveled up and showing what he can do. And so that is the Char. This is the Char engineer. And thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next Sarcastic Prof. Alright, this is the water weapon portion of my engineer. I just wanted to show it off real quick. I believe that they're pretty cool because this one shoots a homing torpedo. It was like a spear gun that shoots a torpedo. I had to try it out, and I absolutely love it. So I had to show it off. You also get scatter mines, which are basically underwater mines, and you can choose when they explode. You also have this interesting ability, a retreating grapple, where you fire it and it pushes them away, and then it kind of pulls them back and does damage, but it gives you some distance. Then there's a time charge, which is basically a spear with a timer and some TNT on it, and it does a lot of damage. And then there's a net wall, which has been kind of tricky to use, which supposedly immobilizes people that are caught within, although I've been able to yet to catch anybody with it. So we will try this out. So now I'll show you the auto attack. Let's see here. Here's a guy here. The slow moving torpedo, as you can see it moving. This is a big underwater missile. And then I have the deployable mines. You can see them way out here that explode. But I usually like firing them off pretty quickly. I'll actually go and explode them, because as soon as you press the button, you can explode them as fast as possible. Then the retreating grapple. See if I can show you on. Let's see, here's a salmon over here. There's a barracuda. There we go. There's a salmon. So that one, when you shoot it, it fires it and it hits them and pushes you back. Now let's find. There's one here. We can shoot this guy. You'll see you'll have a little blinking. It's hard to see with all this water effects. There you go, just went off. You see the like half damage. And I use that explosive mine point blank effect to really take. I can solo the veterans under here quite easily. I don't really. Let's see if I can catch this guy with a net. Does it work? There's the net. See, it deploys the net, but I can never get anybody caught in the thing. Oh, there it goes. But quite enjoyable weapon all around. I really, really like it. And I really, really enjoyed this class altogether. So more than likely definitely going to be playing more and more of this character class. See what I can do. See if I can actually get some really good gameplay out of it. But we're going to have to wait until... Uh-oh, my mask is still on. Oh, I got a little bug here. Well, anyway, I just wanted to show you the water weapon real quick, and that's it for this extra piece for the engineer.